Hello, 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 good people. I am Dr. Hollie Kelly, and this is Dr. Kelly's perspective for Tuesday, December 13th, 2016. This theme about leadership or the lack thereof continues to creep back in every day, every day, every day. I'm seeing, I'm hearing, I'm looking at things. And so I'm going to be talking about leadership again and again. Before you opt out and remind yourself that you don't have a position, that you don't have a title, that you don't have a corner office, I want to remind you that leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. It's influence. And so one thing I know, John Maxwell says this, and I know it to be absolute truth. Everything rises or falls on leadership. In any organization, any institution, any corporation, any family, any team, everything rises and falls on leadership. And so when things are going extraordinarily well, I trace the breadcrumbs back to the leadership. When things are going the opposite of that, I do the same thing. I am tracing the breadcrumbs back to the leadership. There is great teamwork and the communication is excellent and people trust and it's a healthy, positive environment. That did not just happen by accident. It doesn't just happen. Flip the switch. If there is distrust and dysfunction and there's no communication, or worse yet, every communication is a lying and a backbiting, if the turnover rates are high, that did not just happen. That was not accidental either. Because some people, too many people, are in positions of leadership and they're not leading. Leaders lead. They're in the position and they're not leading. They may be managing. That's not leadership. They're different. They may be supervising. That's not leadership. Necessary, but that's not leadership. Some folk are just simply collecting very large paychecks. And that's criminal. You're not doing, you're not leading, you're not growing, you're not building, you're not, your level of expectation is not there. You don't communicate, you don't build the team. Okay, you're not leading, but you're collecting and you're in a position and you wield the position. I saw something, I was eyewitness to a meeting a few weeks ago. And it literally almost made me sick to my stomach because you had someone who had two things going. They had a position and they had the title and the authority to go with it, and they had a whole lot of arrogance. That's a bad combination. Horrible combination. And it's just not a pretty sight. You do damage in the meantime. If it sounds like I'm being hard on leaders, it's because the stakes are too high not to demand a higher standard from those who are in the position. I don't believe you have to know everything because you're in a position of leadership, but too many were just itching and clawing and scrapping and scraping and knocking everybody they could to the side to get to the position, to get to the title, to get to the billet, to get the office, without recognizing or weighing the tremendous weight of responsibility that comes with leadership. If you're in a position of leadership and you're drowning, I guarantee you, excuse me, you're not going down by yourself. You are taking team members with you. You are dragging the organization, the school, the corporation, the company down. You're dragging the family down with you. You need to get help. You need someone to throw you a life raft, a buoy. Get some help. Get a coach. Get a mentor. You got to recognize that. Because what I know is even the very best athletes. Good morning, Michelle. Terry, you're up early. Well, I guess I am too. But even the very best athletes, the world-class Olympians, those who have a natural God-given athleticism, every single one of them have a coach. Because you don't know everything. You don't see your blind spots. You a lot of times don't have the insight or the awareness to recognize where you're falling and failing. Look, just because I can drive a car, and I can, does not mean that I need to try to repair my car. I have to know where my limitations cease. I need to know where I have got to go and get some help. Okay? Your level of effectiveness in that organization, that company, that school, that whatever you are over, your level of effectiveness will never rise above your ability to lead. Never. Maxwell calls that the law of the lid. And so if this is where you're maxed out, your company, your family, your organization is never going to rise above your leadership ability. You can't wish and hope and pray and plead for some stuff. Some things you got to get some help with. Some things you have to continue challenging yourself through personal and professional growth. My challenge to everyone who is in a leadership position this morning, any kind of leadership position, is to do an honest assessment. Look around you and see what is going on. Listen and see what is going on. See what you're not hearing. And then you need to do one of two things. Either get serious about the position that you're in and get some leadership and personal and professional development, get that going so you can save the ship that is going down quickly. Or if you look around and things are good, you need to share that DNA, okay? Because there are a whole lot of people around you that are faltering and flailing and taking entire organizations down with them. Leaders lead, but they don't do it by themselves. Get some help. Okay, that is it for me this morning. You go out and have a terrific Tuesday wherever you are. Take real good care.